webtraffic.com, and in this video we're going to do a little web 2.0 graphics. That's like drop shadows and mirror images, gradients and things of that nature, and you can use them for your ebook covers, or in this case we're going to make a header for a download page. So let's open up a new project and we'll just hit Control N for new. We want a new project, and let's take the width to 750 and height for 200, and hit OK, and here we are. We're going to, for this particular application, we want nice and thick text like Arial black or Tahoma black. Impact is good. And we want to be sure that the bottom of the letters all run along the same line. If they've got tails that go down below the line, then this is going to interfere with the mirror when we get to that step. So we're going to pick Tahoma black with a size of 60 pixels. So let's get Tahoma black. Or Tahoma bold. And we wanted about 60. So now we're going to click on here and we're going to type download page, and we'll make all these caps. And now we'll hit the Move tool, and of course make sure that Move the Active Layer is activated, otherwise you move the background. And we're going to move this a little high because we're going to have a mirror image at the bottom of this, so centered as well as possible. And you can use, of course, your arrow keys like we're doing right here if you want to do any fine tuning, up and down. So now we're going to choose the gradient tool, and we're going to choose a dark blue for the foreground, and let's pick this here. It's a little darker maybe. You'll hit OK, and for the background we're going to choose So for the foreground, we're going to choose a fairly dark blue, and for the background we'll use a very light blue, and you can see how this looks on our gradient. Now we want to be sure that we choose foreground to background RGB, so we got that selected. Now if you aren't familiar with the gradient tool or GIMP, where I start will be darker and where I let off will be lighter. So if we pull down, and you'll see the line, try and make it as straight as possible, but you can angle it, but then of course your colors will be angled. And if we just do that to the layer, this happens. So let's hit Control Z because that's not exactly what we wanted. And we need to go over here to the layer and right click and go down to alpha to selection. And now you see we've got all these ants dancing around here. And now let's try this. And you can see that we've got a little gradient there. Now we can hit Control Z again if we'd like to try it down a little bit more. You can experiment around with this. And that's not too much of a gradient, so let's go back and do it like we did before. And there we go. Now we'll hit Control Z again and we'll go this way and see what happens. And you can see that it goes, the gradient works this direction. So we'll hit Control Z again, go from top to bottom, and we're back to our previous condition.